Hey Andy, how are you? Happy Monday. I have to count my stitches real quick. Two, three, six, I did it. I got the right count. Yes, finger knitting. I have to start on these baby blankets. Have to. Although, the clay piece looks great. I've been sealing it in like these layers, I guess, with like 24 hours or so in between them to make sure I do it properly, and it's coming along and I'll be able to finish it off soon. But I have to start on this baby blanket. I feel like something exciting happened this weekend, and I was going to tell you. Must be escaping me. I am hoping to get the next deep dive written this week, like finished. TBD. Okay, I need to think. I'm gonna do. Okay, I know what I'm gonna do. I got online and my algorithm this morning didn't show me anything related to the UAP stuff. It wasn't really showing me anything related to the Super Bowl either, but it's like the algorithm gave up and thought for some reason I'm no longer interested, or is trying not to feed me. Like, I haven't seen Jesse come across my feed. I haven't seen Third Eye Drops. I barely see Siwa Tivo come across my feed. I haven't seen Christina Gomez in like a few weeks. And I'm not sure if YouTube is just like silencing people talking about these things or like not promoting it, or if it's just whatever. It's very interesting though. I know you're not American, but have you seen anything about Bad Bunny in the show yesterday? It was incredible. I'm There's gonna be a lot of people mad today. A lot of people mad right now about it, but that's okay. This country needs it. I did finally have a meeting with a potential new client yesterday morning, and I'm putting a proposal together this week, and I'm really excited for it. I really hope that it all goes through really well. It involves dogs, which is amazing. It would be, I guess, helping create this dog park with this other woman. I'm really excited. And I've been feeling really motivated to cut all of my old videos into shorts and try to keep that moving. Oh, and then I'm not sure if I told you, but I was hired to do some meta ads by a company. So I'm working on those this week too. Yeah, you heard about Bad Bunny. I thought the show was fantastic. To be fair, I'm a little biased in that I was actually at a Puerto Rican Super Bowl party, so the energy of where we were was so exciting. Like, everyone was so happy to see representation, and I thought the performance was incredible. But yeah, there'll be a lot of people pissy about it today, but that's fine. They were pissy about Kendrick. I don't mind one bit. There's something about it that felt healing. I love that he married, like, someone got married on stage at the Super Bowl. Like, his entire messaging was entirely about love, and it was just very incredible. Okay, so I get my base stitches in, and then I do have to count my stitches between rows just to make sure I don't miss a line or miss a loop, which happens. but we'll get used to the pause. It is warming up a little today, and it gets me so excited to be able to go back on the deck soon, hopefully. Has there been any UAP news lately, Andy, that you know of? I feel like, again, with 3i Atlas, it's just doing its thing and just kind of went away for now. And I feel like it was all we were talking about for a while, and then, like, suddenly everyone became disinterested. I mean, partially it's probably all the shit going on here, but, you know, life is a movie now. It's gonna be so peaceful to be able to go back out on the deck. I already can't wait. All right, let's see if I missed any. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62. We did it. Okay. Oh my gosh, what was I gonna say? Guess it doesn't matter. I posted a video about the astronaut Edgar Mitchell and how his experience of the overview effect led to his creation of the Institute of Noetic Sciences. And last night, before I went to bed, the most recent comment I had gotten on that video was some asshole asking about why I was wearing a hat and glasses. Like it had anything to do with astronauts or consciousness or any of the information I was speaking. And someone then liked it. What an idiot. Oh, hey, HB. You found a new Hendrix channel with, like, surely not unreleased music, right? Or is it just, like, one of the rare stuff? I mean, how cool. Okay, I'm doing cross-hatching. Of course I'm doing this and you guys can't see it. As the blanket gets bigger, it'll be easier to see. HB, how was your weekend? Did you watch the Super Bowl show? I mean, you could also watch the game, but everybody I knew was just watching the show. The game was horrible. I will say I was very lucky. My Super Bowl party that I got to attend yesterday was just at a friend's house. But we have a handful of friends who are chefs in different restaurants or own their own restaurants, and it was their Super Bowl party. And there is something so fun about going to a party with a room full of people whose love language is acts of service and feeding you. We had so much food there yesterday, and it was just a whole bunch of chefs all cooking all of these things and running around the room being like, please eat this, I made it for you. And it was just, it's so endearing, and it was so lovely to just like sit in that moment for a minute and just see all of these loving men who did all of the cooking. I don't think any of the women cooked anything. And like just so excited to share with each other. It's very lovely. It's such a sweet love language. Ooh, Jimi Hendrix HQ bootlegs. Okay. I haven't listened to Jimmy in a long time. Maybe I will put that on later. It depends on what I'm working on, because if I am doing any form of writing, I can't have lyrics in my music. If there's any words, then my brain is out. Can't listen to both. What's going on here? Mostly unreleased. Oh, live stuff. Nice. I like it. I think we were talking about this last weekend, or like Friday maybe, but I also have been really wanting to listen to Bob Marley, and I haven't actually put any music on because I've been writing and doing stuff that requires my ears, but I do love Bob Marley in February. There is something about the dichotomy. I think it just reminds me of like that spring is coming, which thankfully it's warming up this week, like I said, and the sun's out most of this week, which is all I really need. And it's a good sign that getting closer to March, I may be able to get back outside soon. I don't know why, I just think I'll feel so much better out there. Do have to figure out all of that setup and audio and stuff. But I can't wait. It's a good problem to have. Yes, so using my nails instead of needles, that's funny. Kind of. This is loop yarn, and it is meant to be finger knitted, which is what this is doing. Some people might consider it cheating. I don't care. But all of the yarn has these itty bitty loops pre-made in them, and essentially it's just knotting carefully. But the nails do help a lot. But I don't know how to. I've never seen anyone knit with loop yarn with needles. Like, I think you can only use this yarn with your hands. I have knitting needles and I have crochet needles. I can crochet like a bastard, but I can knit, but not well and not fast. This, I am much faster at, and the way that this is kind of cheating is that because the loops are pre-made, there's no concern about tension, if that makes sense. So like, if you hold the yarn really tight and it's a single piece of yarn, it can get really scrunched and tight. Or if you're really loose, it can get really loose and baggy, and you can have that go in and out throughout a blanket. But when you have something that's pre-looped, the distance between them is locked in by that loop, and it makes it so that you're not having to worry as much about paying attention to tension as much as just placement. I don't know if that made any sense or if anyone cares, but I did see a bunch of the Super Bowl commercials, not all of them. I got real pissy about some of the AI ones. There were too many AI ones, like AI promotion and just like AI created commercials. But there were a handful of good ones in there, including the Steven Spielberg Disclosure movie. That's what made me think of that. Man in the Burning Spear always reminded you of summer. Oh, yeah. I can see that. Did you ever watch Lords of Dogtown, the movie? There's this, I think it's Hendrix. There's a scene where they're playing a lot of Hendrix, and it always makes me feel like late summer. Like it feels like August. Which, okay, wait, here's a fun game with the four of us. So, HB, I know that with your apraxia and your dyslexia, all sorts of things are going on, but I don't believe I've ever heard you say that you experience synesthesia. So let me know if I'm wrong, but for anyone listening who doesn't know, or anyone listening later, synesthesia is when you experience one perception through another. So like seeing music, which you would normally hear, right? Or tasting numbers, you know, something bizarre like that. Apparently there are also levels of this. And I was rabbit holing the other days. I was researching for the savants, and I'll probably put this in the video, or in the long form. But basically, I can't do it with everything, but there are a few. I feel like such a dork. There are a few colors or words that I experience a mild synesthesia with. So, for instance, Tuesday is yellow. I don't know why. Tuesday's yellow and Wednesday is orange. I don't know. 4 is Thursday and 4 is blue. 2 is also yellow. Like, that is synesthesia, and I don't know what it means. And I looked it up because I was like, am I just on crack and making things up? And while people experience things, like people who, let's say, see colors, can see different colors from one another. So someone who has synesthesia might see 2 as yellow and someone else might see 2 as blue, and they both have synesthesia, and neither of them are wrong because it's a number, not a color. But there are patterns, and there are patterns and things that come up similarly. And so I looked up what I was thinking about Tuesdays and 2s and yellow and Wednesdays, and there were a lot of people that agreed with my perception of those colors and numbers and days of the week, which makes me wonder if there's something to it. Isn't that wild? Oh, really, Andy? Okay. So HB, you haven't had any, but Andy, you used to have colors for the days of the week, and you said the same ones, as in Tuesday is yellow and Wednesday is orange. I think Thursday's blue. I don't know if I said that. But I can't see all of them. Oh, was she talking about it? I mean, I'm talking about it because it's brought up in the telepathy tapes so often, because so many of the autistic population experiences synesthesia, and all of the savants experience synesthesia. So it had me just kind of thinking about it. But I'm like, I can't do it with everything, right? In the podcast, Jason Padgett, who is an acquired savant, who became a savant after he was robbed and beaten and had a brain injury. Oh, Thursday was red for you. Interesting. But he was talking about how 9 is mad. So he feels emotions for numbers. And that's what had me thinking about it. But I don't have a color or a number or something for everything. So 9 doesn't do anything for me. I don't see a specific color. I don't see a specific number. But yeah, I don't know. Tuesday and Wednesday always have. Thursday, certain numbers, but I definitely don't have all numbers. It's just a interesting, I don't know, part of the human experience, I guess. Andy, you said it in a past tense. Is that, the days of the week, is that not when you think of them, do you no longer feel those colors? Or have any of you guys experienced synesthesia in any other way? Oh, dark red for Thursday. Interesting. I can see that. And I don't know how to explain that I can see that, but I can see that. All right, count my stitches. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 61, 62. Okay. I have to have 62 loops each time I get through. Because if I move on without counting and I screw it up, you have to go all the way back and undo it to get to your mistake. So, Andy, the reason I ask is apparently synesthesia can decrease with age. So people who do experience it, it isn't an always thing, which is very interesting. And I think that mine, I've only ever experienced like, yeah, colors, days of the weeks, and numbers. I've never had any other form of synesthesia, so I've never seen music or anything like that. I do feel music in that I get like full body chills from auditory things all the time, specifically music, which I don't think is it might be a mild form of a synesthesia, like having a physical reaction to music, but I'm not positive. Okay, is this what I'm doing? Yeah. I had to think for just a second. I have these little markers, you can't really see them, but they hook onto my yarn so that I don't lose the beginning. It's pretty nifty. Oh, I have 4 notifications. One of my girlfriends, I'm so lucky, first off, to say, my friends are such a melting pot of humans, and this is why I love cities. This is exactly why I love cities. But yesterday I was at a Puerto Rican Super Bowl party, which was so much fun, but all of my Latina friends are having a ball with the Super Bowl. Right now I'm getting texts from my girlfriend who is Colombian, and her daughter last night, who's like 2 years old, was dancing up a storm to the show and on beat, and so cute. She's like a little Colombiana, Italiana, like mix. And then my other girlfriend, who is Peruvian and Venezuelan, was actually at the Super Bowl and said that she was just like sobbing with how happy she was. It's so cute. Oh, okay, so wait. All right, Andy. Can you describe what you saw when you saw music? So, Michael Pollan, the author, in this book right over here, How to Change Your Mind, he talks about taking mushrooms in his backyard, I think it was mushrooms, and being able to see music, and describes what he sees, which for him, I want to say, they were like musical notes that like turned into birds almost, and that's what he could see. But again, that was substance induced, but I don't know, it still doesn't change it to me. But I am curious as to what it manifests as. Like, what does it look like for you? Or did it look like? I do have to say, you know, all of this research that I have done from starting this channel and learning about consciousness, and a lot of the stuff that we've talked about on the channel about what happens with consciousness after death, or what happens in death. You know, I always think back to John Paul's story from season 1, the non-speaker who passed away, and how at his funeral, all of these non-speakers said that he was there and that they could see him. This weekend on Saturday, I was at a celebration of life memorial for someone who passed away, a musician friend, and they got a whole bunch of musicians together, including his band, and then musician friends from other bands, and they came together and they played a show on Saturday dedicated to our friend who passed away. And there was probably like 15 people on stage. Like, it was a huge band, and it was so cool. And I just kept thinking, his name is Mark, and I just kept thinking that Mark was there, that Mark was on that stage playing. I'm gonna cry. That Mark was on that stage with all of them, or at the very least, like in the room with all of us, watching that. And it made me think of like what we heard about HB saying that, or I don't remember who said it, but somebody said that like essentially that the spirits could come back for different occasions or different reasons, and something like this would be one of those types of occasions. And it was just very cool to have a change in perspective about the afterlife and have a moment of being in a position of grief and feeling as though the person you're grieving is still there. It was very cool, as weird as it sounds. Interesting, Andy. Zigzags. Huh. Was it acoustic guitar or was it any kind of guitar? I'll show you how this pattern takes shape as we get a little further. You know what, and HB, I did talk about the Heathers movie, and then I thought about it more later, and I was like, you know what, that movie is also kind of fucked up. I almost unlisted that video because I was like, maybe I shouldn't promote that movie. I do like the movie, but this day and age, you know, and I was wondering when you said that, I was like, maybe that's why you have an affinity for Jimi Hendrix. That's awesome. Andy, you seem like a very rad dude. I'm very honored that you both, I don't know who's lurking either, but, oh, hey, Tara. I'm very honored that you guys choose to hang out with me, especially this often. Can you guys hear the music? It's like it went from too loud to too quiet. Good day, Sundown Terra. Sherwood, Ohio. I mean, I assume that's a real place. Wait, you're giggling. Is there something I'm not understanding about Sherwood, Ohio? When I get off live today, I have to work on these meta ads. If any of you are in North Carolina and you see me on Facebook, no, you didn't. But I have to work on that, and then I get to start on that proposal for this dog park, and I'm so excited. So excited. Okay, another row done. All right, now we count. Oh, that's where the school was. Oh, okay. Glad I asked because I did not. I don't think I would have remembered that. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 18, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62. Strikes again. Speaking of Heathers and TV shows, did everyone see that they're coming out with a new variation of The Burbs? I only saw the original one recently because it was a little before my time, and I loved it. And I know everyone has different opinions about all of these movies and shows being remade, but I will check out the new Burbs. It does look interesting. And I don't mind Keke Palmer. She's not my favorite, but I like her. Isn't that about aliens, The Burbs? Isn't that about, like, alien abduction or alien neighbors? Oh, probably because they wanted a small town HB. I'm assuming it is just probably one of the writers is from Sherman, Ohio. That's what I would assume. There's actually a documentary about my hometown high school because it was a small town, and it's like, how did they get there? I don't know. I do remember when they were scouting, though. It was like, it won a bunch of awards. Although, as someone who grew up there and knew all the people in the documentary, it it was frustrating to realize how fake so much stuff is, even a documentary. Can you see? I got this little crosshatch starting. Can you see that? Yeah, a little bit. Kind of see that crisscross, right? I'm actually really quick at this. I can get a blanket done in a day. If I don't do edges, I can get a blanket done in a day, no problem. If I do the edges, it's usually like 2 days or so. And I almost always do the edges. And I'll do the edges on this. But I can get through a roll of yarn in about an hour. Sometimes faster. Do you remember that doc, HB? You know what? So much of that was made up. All the situations with the teenagers in the high school. They did this documentary, and the whole concept was supposed to be exploring what it's like to be like a small town Midwest high school. And it did, but it also made up a whole bunch of scenarios. And in the documentary, there's one girl who had some suggestive photos spread around the high school, and I was friends with her, and they scouted this when I was a senior, and then they filmed the documentary when I was a freshman in college. So it was all the kids in the class underneath me, and this girl, the poor thing, she's doing great now, but she would come up and stay with me and my roommates on the weekend in my college town, to get away from the documentary crew and to get away from everything, because they exploited all of it all over the documentary. And then you find out that like the actual film crew kept setting up scenarios and planting things to like create drama to have something to film that just like wasn't actually naturally occurring, and it was just really unfortunate. It was wild. One good thing that came out of it was that there was a girl who was really mean in high school, and the documentary conveyed that so that other people kind of knew that she was not a very nice person. And I actually think that after the documentary came out, I think she got kicked out of college because of like things that came to light in the documentary. Because when the documentary came out, you know, they were seniors when they filmed it, they were freshmen in college when it came out, and when it came out, she was at a religious university, I think Notre Dame. And I think Notre Dame kicked her out after the documentary aired. I have no idea what happened to that girl. It's like parts of it were real, but like the scenarios were concocted, if that makes sense. I have a girlfriend that Bravo wants to be a Real Housewife. And she entertained the idea for a minute, and I am so glad that it's not happening. Because I just feel like those shows are so manipulated to bring out the worst in people. I really didn't want my friend doing it. I'm glad she's not. Okay, counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 118, 119, 120, 121, 122, 123, 124, 125, 126, 127, 128, 129, 130, 131, 132, 133, 134, 135, 136, 137 hit 60, 61, 62. I did it again. I am so proud of myself. I almost always miss a loop somewhere, especially when I'm like sidetracked. I thought being on live and talking to you guys, I'd surely screw this up. And no, doing all right. The best part about these blankets, since I do them primarily for babies, is that they're machine washable. You can actually throw this thing in the washing machine and it'll stay together. It's so exciting. Is that what I want? Yeah. Tara, how have you been, babe? Did you watch the Super Bowl? I'm gonna be done with this skinny yarn pretty quick. I think while I'm doing this yarn project, I may stick to about an hour as opposed to an hour and a half. I think that'll be good in so many ways, capping it in that time frame, because it'll allow me to have more time to then go dedicate to getting more content out, not just these lives. I loved Bad Bunny HB. I really did. I thought the performance was great. I loved Kendrick's performance. Loved it. I loved Bad Bunny's performance. There was so much symbolism in what he did. My girlfriend, who's Venezuelan, was explaining that, like, there were representations of, supposed to be, like, your ancestors and loved ones who have passed before you. There was so many representations of love and, like, social political nods, like the telephone poles, like in the rolling blackouts. Like, there were so many statements made, but made with so much love. And I think that that is very hard to do. And I think that he was in such a tough position with an America that is going to hate him no matter what, that it was so incredible to see a show that was just refusing to care and just loving on people and loving the experience of life. I thought it was great. I really, really did. I'm speeding through this blanket. I'm almost done with this roll of yarn. Oh, just the highlights. How about you? You know, life. Yeah, I mean, yeah, life. I'm excited that the sun's out. I'm excited that it's getting a little warmer. I'm happy that it's February. I'm ready to move into the year more. I'm excited to eventually get back outside. Yeah, the message was so good. And I love that he married, like, that he had a couple married up there. I guess the couple that got married on stage invited Bad Bunny to their wedding, which people do that all the time. That, like, invite celebrities. I invited Peyton Manning and someone else. Anthony Bourdain. I invited Peyton Manning and Anthony Bourdain, and I didn't get anything back from Bourdain. Oh, I also invited Andrew Luck, the football player, and both Peyton and Luck sent, like, they'll send you back, like, like, signed cards or, like, something. Like, you don't expect them to actually come, you know? And I guess this couple did that with Bad Bunny, and I guess Bad Bunny's people reached out and said, why don't you come get married at the Super Bowl? when they invited him to their wedding. And so they went and did that. And I just thought that was so cute. That's why they were so emotional on stage, because they really were getting married. Which is just awesome. All right, let's see here. Oh my gosh, I know. I will say, I'm a big cheerleader for any football player that wears the big helmet. I just learned, like, this year that they have a choice in the helmet protection. Like, they can wear bigger, more protective helmets or not. And anytime I see a player that's wearing a big one, there was somebody on the Steelers that was wearing a big one yesterday, and I was very happy to see. Like, they need to normalize that. They should all be wearing gigantic fucking helmets because it's so barbaric. Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 56, 61, 62. Perfect. In the bubble suits? Why am I spacing on the bubble suits? Were there bubble suits last night that I missed? I did watch the Tiny Desk performance after the Super Bowl aired, and that was incredible. I really loved that. No! This is the worst. I have a blanket that is this wide, right? And I have this much left on this yarn, and it won't take me across the length of the blanket. So I have to switch a color now and keep this tail off. And we are going to dark green. Ta-da. A theme in my life, apparently, is green. Oh, hey, Mr. Good Citizen. I mean, you're right. They do sign up for it. It is a choice, of course. But, I mean, like how the coaster's stuck, I still think they should wear the big helmets. Sign up for it or not. Alright. I was going to switch patterns when I switched colors. Do I still want to do that? Yes, I do. Nice thing about loop yarn too is that you can switch colors really easy. So I'll show you guys how this looks. HB, has Dr. Diane come back from vacation? Is she still talking a lot about precognition? I feel like that topic was coming up for her more recently. How are we doing on time? 45 minutes? Perfect. Do an hour today, so we only got about 15 minutes left. I think that's good. I feel like I don't have much to talk about, and I always feel guilty for not being entertaining. We'll figure out this format, what we're doing. You missed my question? Oh, I was asking about the bubble suits? So I didn't know what you were talking about. Are you talking about the, oh, bubble suits is in football? Like, have the football players wear bubble suits? I mean, I know it's choice, but it is barbaric. It's just a wild sport. To watch these men just, like, run into each other like they're cars. This yarn, the green yarn, is a different brand than the other yarns, and I'm strategically going to change my stitching when I get into the green yarn to take advantage of the different, I guess, width, if you will. Oh, hey, Alf. How are you? Good morning. Wait, are you the one in San Francisco? How are you doing? How's the town? Or am I making that up? Also, did anyone else notice that Jessica Alba was there? Like, just dancing on stage for a minute? I guess Pedro Pascal was there too, but I didn't see him. I'm surprised Cardi B, I figured she would perform and not just stand there, but I guess her partner plays for one of the teams, and that could easily be a conflict, I'm assuming. Chargers. Oh, yeah. Okay, here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 40, 42, 43, 45, 6, 7, 8, 9, 50, 51, 52, 53, 60, 61, 62, we're good. Great. I also love light blue and green together. I don't know why. It is Monday. I thought about just doing like February Fridays, but clearly we're on our second Monday of February. I haven't done that yet. All right. I'm going to change up my knitting pattern. So in the blues right now, we have the hatch stitch. You see that? It's pretty cool. And then I'm going to do a different stitch now with the screen. Sky blue and yellow orange. I am doing another blanket here soon that the mother chose her colors. And she chose light blue, like a dark teal, and a mustard yellow. And I'm really excited. I think it's going to be interesting. It's gonna look so cool. I'm gonna appreciate the music's a little bit more upbeat today too. It's good energy to bring into the weekend, or into the week. Oh, really? I love that. Oh, that's nice, HB. A handmade blanket. There's a lot of love that goes into these. It's not easy. I know I go pretty quickly, but I've literally been doing this for decades now. So a handmade blanket takes a long time and a lot of love. And like yarn is actually very expensive. It's not rare for my blankets to be like over $100 just in material, not even including labor. It's crazy. Alf, sorry, did you say, are you in San Francisco or am I crazy? The halftime show was fantastic, though. Makes me so happy. Yeah, actually, sometimes my hands get sore. So, like, I couldn't do this for a living, for instance. When I used to knit a lot, like, I would just knit all winter, my hands would be destroyed by the end of the season. Like, come spring, my hands just hurt. But I don't do this nearly as often, and I can easily get through a blanket without my hands giving up on me, which is great. San Diego. Uh-huh. Oh, Tijuana area. How cool. I've never been to San Diego. Did you like it, HB? I like Bad Bunny. I don't listen to him actively. It's not, like, I don't listen to a lot of pop music, but I really appreciate him. I like his charm. I like his charisma and his personality when you do see him in public. So, like, he was on SNL, and I thought he was great. I love whenever I see cover art of him on a magazine or something. He doesn't seem to take himself too seriously, and he's not afraid of his feminine side, which I love. I love to see. Yeah, he seems very intelligent, I think, too, and I think that he just seems very kind. I don't know, obviously, it's just projecting onto a celebrity. It means nothing, but I don't know. I think I like him. I thought it was a great performance. Is this how I want to do this? Yeah. This one I messed up. Aha! Finally had a mess up, but I can fix it right here. Okay. We're good. We're moving. I don't know. I don't think so, HB. No. I'm pretty sure that Bad Bunny has been around for quite a long time. Before TikTok, I think that non-Latin speaking countries just discovered him. But he has been around for a long time. Like, at the Super Bowl party I was at last night, like I said, I was with a lot of Puerto Rican friends, and they were talking about, like, watching him from when he was a child, like a boy, into a man now. So I think he's been doing this for a lot longer. What is happening here? Ah, I see. Okay. Oh, yeah, I know. And you know what? I actually like Ben Stiller, too. Alright, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 20, 23, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 62. We're good. This is 62 stitches across, so I always have to count and make sure I land back at 62 and that all of my stitches are going the right direction. They look good. Wow, 56 minutes. Okay, I'm going to just do another line. We're going to call it a nice and easy morning. I'm going to go be productive. I'm going to get these meta ads done that, again, if you guys see them, no you didn't. And I'm going to get another shortcut. I think the next one is on the Gansfeld experiment. I got to double check my notes. And hopefully work on this proposal for a while and then work on the next script for a while. I'm excited because I feel like I'm a little further along in the Savant script, but I'm definitely intimidated to start talking about the physics and the microtubules and stuff. But I also can't wait because I learn so much every time I research these things and talk about these things. This whole album that we're listening to by Zakè is only 2 songs. And it's an hour and 20 minutes in length. Oh, hey, Blackwall. I'm actually just about to get offline. I'm glad you swung in for a second. I'm working on a baby blanket now. Did you watch the Bad Bunny show? That's what we've been talking about. Fall asleep music. Yeah, I know. It's ambient music. I mean, listen, I can only play what's I can get away with not copywritten, and Zakè has given me permission to use his music. And it doesn't get auto-flagged. If I play anything else more upbeat, not that these videos, it's not like I have, you know, it's not like there's more than 7 of us here, so playing copywritten music and not having the video monetized is not a big deal, but I just play what I'm allowed to play. And it's nice in, like, when we're outside in the morning, I don't actually play music on the lives outside. Like, it's just outside noise, you know? Later, Al. I hope that you have a very productive day, too. Yes. I'm very excited. It's going to be a good week. I'm telling you guys, I feel good. I feel like Benito blessed us all yesterday. Gave us a little bit of healing. And today is going to be a good day for all those who don't suck. I think that's what I decided. Almost done with this row. It runs deep. I'm not having a stab at you. It's relaxing music. Oh, yeah. You have 1 week to finish your short story for a writer's workshop. That's exciting. Good. So you have something to be productive on today, too. And no, I'm with you, Blackwall. I mean, I do love ambient music, and I love my friend Zakè, 100%. But I think that is part of me getting restless to get back outside, too, is that, like, I can't wait till we're listening to the sounds of the birds and the noises of the city again, and it just seems a little bit more, what's the word, authentic, maybe? There's more realm for, like, interesting things to happen, although there are so many times in the spring when I'm out with you guys and the trash trucks and stuff would come, and it would be so obnoxiously loud, and I'll have to figure out my audio because you guys could barely hear me last year. Walking off the carbs from the stew. Oh, I ate so much yesterday. Okay, counting stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 50, 52, 54, 55, 56, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62. We are still good. What time are we at? 61 minutes. I said an hour. We just hit it. I'm going to save this blanket and not finish it offline. I'm going to pick this same one up on Friday with you guys. And if I decide I need to move on to the other blankets, I'll do those ones offline. But I'm going to save this one as my online project. So, I'm going to see if you guys can see this difference here. We have the cross hatching on the blue. And then on the green is going to be back and forth squiggle lines that go up. So you can't really see it yet, but it'll take shape. And then when I switch, the next color after dark green is light green. We're going to go back to cross hatching until I get back to the dark green again. So it'll be fun. It'll be nice. All right, kids. Thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for starting a new project with me. I'm sorry I didn't have a whole lot to say today, but I'm happy you guys were here. I will see you soon because I am determined to be getting out more shorts and quicker long forms to get them out. So I'll see you guys soon, okay? Thank you for being here. Bye.